Hello and welcome to the Gov Nation Network. I'm Tyler Graves, joined with head coach of the William Lloyd Governors, head coach Philip Shadowens. This is Wednesday's walkthrough with Coach Shadowens. Coach, I want to start off with last Friday night. What were your takeaways from the Clinton game?
Obviously a rough start, really defensively. A 7-minute drive by them to start the game. I didn't think our kids reacted very well to that. I mean, it's going to happen at times, the other team practices as well, and I just thought we didn't really respond to the adversity very well, and kind of had to regroup at halftime. And I didn't think our offense had a very good response. Obviously, everybody talks about we struggled defensively Friday night, and we did, but our offense didn't do a lot to help them. Coming back after the long drive, we go 3 and out and give them the ball right back. So just a bad first half, honestly, a really bad first half, and then my other takeaway was come back in the second half, and we had to be perfect. We knew that we had to be perfect, and came back and scored 16 points in the first 7 minutes of the third quarter. Got back in the game, but then the fourth and 3-inch stop kind of put us in a tailspin there. So got to play better on both sides of the ball, certainly, and we will. And it's just part of the growing pains.
Yeah, and that first half, do you think it was more just execution or, first game jitters?
No. I thought they physically outplayed us. They physically whipped us up front on both sides of the ball. We couldn't stop their run, and we couldn't run the football. And usually in high school football, really at any level in football, the team that wins the battle up front is the team that wins, and certainly we didn't win that battle last week.
Were there any players that stood out Friday night that contributed, that maybe didn't contribute last year, didn't play a whole lot last year? Anybody that stands out in your mind?
No, nobody. I'm not going to single out anybody that necessarily did that, because I don't really know. I mean, obviously we've watched a lot of video. We made so many mistakes on really both sides of the ball. I thought our kids played really hard in the second half, and I thought they gave us great effort, everything we asked them to. And we had quite a few sophomores that I thought stepped up, and if I was going to give a name, I'd probably Holden Garrett, who stepped up at linebacker as a sophomore. Kind of because of injuries there, I had to step in and do some things, but not really. I mean, we just didn't play good enough football to really talk about all those kind of things. But certainly our kids have responded well. We're excited about where we are this week, and excited about another chance. And you're guaranteed 10 chances in high school football. As far as from a team standpoint. So got to learn from last week, get better, and get ready to go this week. Yep.
And moving on to this week. How have your guys responded? Have you been pleased with the way that their attitudes the past couple of days?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They've had a great practice yesterday, and I'm expecting another one today as well. But I mean, obviously it was a gut shot Friday night. You have all these high expectations, and you come out and kind of lay an egg, don't play well, disappointment. But at the same time, you have 2 days to recover over the weekend, from a kid standpoint, and yesterday was a really positive day. We went through some mistakes we made some corrections, and our kids will respond well. I have no doubt we'll have a big improvement from one Friday night to the next.
All right, and moving on to Karns now, Coach. They're 1-0 with a win over Hardin Valley, 21-7. And the question, I guess, with them all year is going to be, whoever plays them, how are you going to stop Deshaun Bishop?
Right. Well, you're not going to stop Deshaun Bishop. He had 1,800 yards as a sophomore last year. So, Tennessee doesn't offer kids who can't play football. So you're not going to stop him, but you have to contain him. Like last week, I really thought Hardin Valley did a pretty good job. He had 31 carries for 247. That's a little misleading because 120 of those were swing passes, and they counted as, it was a lateral, so they counted as run yards. But so really he had 28 carries for about 150 yards. I thought Hardin Valley, for the most part, did a good job of that, because he's going to get loose against whoever he's playing at some point. He's a very talented kid, but if we hold him to 21 points, I expect to win the football game, honestly. You're not going to just hold him down. They're going to give him the ball every way they can. They touched it 31 times, I think, out of 47 offensive plays last week. Some of those were mishandled snaps, 5 passes they threw. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then he had cramps, so the other tailback ran for 4 or 5 times. So, I mean, he's going to touch the ball on, honestly, 80% of the time. Where the ball's going, whether they're going to hand it to him or throw it to him or line him down at quarterback and let him run Wildcat. And so it's just a matter of getting off blocks, trying to contain him, being really disciplined to your leverage points, whether I'm an outside in or inside out tackling angles, and be in those positions and make tackles, And he's the best back we'll play against all year long. But at the same time, it's also you know where the ball is going, so it's no surprise.
All right. And what did they do on defense? Are they a 4-2-5?
No, they're a 3-4 team, much like Clinton. They'll get a little bit of a four-man front, but it's a 3-4. It's a 3-4 alignment 90% of the time. Try to stun a lot, bring pressure from different angles. Hardin Valley actually moved the ball up and down the field, got stopped twice inside the 10, once on a fumble and once got stopped on downs. So it was really an even game last week with Hardin Valley. Could have went either way the entire game. So we expect some good things offensively. We're going to have to score some points. We understand that, and we certainly don't need to start off with a bad half of offense. We can't afford to do that. Our defense is having some growing pains, but we feel like we've really made some movement on defense. We got some kids back from COVID and different things that we didn't have last week, and so we certainly feel like we're in a better spot defensively, and we're excited to get back out there.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.